Okay, here we go. Another week, another episode. Welcome to Stories on Rosé. My name is Sarah. I'll be your host, and I'm joined by Ruben Marcy to tell you the original version of the fairy tale stories that we're also familiar with. So grab yourself a drink, get comfortable, and let's get to it. Hello. Welcome to, episode number whatever. So let's jump right into our story of the week. Any guesses of what we're going to be talking about today?
No way.
What?
Why is Marcy so good at this?
Oh my gosh, I got it again!
She gets it.
Yes.
We love Snow White.
Yeah.
It is.
We love Snow White.
It is Snow White. Well,
it's the OG Disney.
I feel like this is a journey. This is going to be a real journey.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be either very offensive, like very shocking.
Yeah.
Inappropriate, I feel like, the original story.
So things do happen. We're reading the Grimm's version of it that was published in 1812.
Back then.
I think it's a cleaned up version.
Oh.
Okay. Cleaned up it from Grimm's standards.
Yes.
No.
Ooh.
So there's still some limits that are pushed.
Okay.
So let's check it out.
Yeah,
Yes.
check it out.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, we're starting easy. We're starting calm on a winter day. A queen was sitting at her window. She was sewing. She pricked her finger and 3 drops of blood fell on the snow of the edge of the window. She thought to herself, "Oh, if only I had a child as white as snow, as red as blood, and as black as the wood in the frame of the window."
Just like equally white and black and red.
So she injured herself and basically recited a poem / prayer to whom we don't know.
No.
For what? We're not clear.
For what? We don't know.
Soon after, she had a little daughter, like she hoped.
Lovely.
So we're guessing white skin, black hair, red cheeks and lips.
Okay. So Snow White.
She called her Little Snow White. The girl is born, and obviously, like in every of those Grimm stories, the mom dies.
Ugh.
As per usual.
Do we know why?
Grimm.
How? Just a death.
She's just dead.
Just like after birth?
Soon after the birth of the child, not even at birth. So she just dies.
Why do you think
we don't know why.
that?
Because how are you a princess if
Yeah.
both of your parents are alive?
So a year later, the king remarries a beautiful lady. But she was a little bit of a show-off and an arrogant woman, and she couldn't stand anyone being prettier than her. She had a...
Jealous bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She's a jealous
Yeah.
bitch.
She's an arrogant, jealous bitch.
Cool.
She had a magic mirror, and every morning she would stand in front of it and asks, as we all know, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who in this land is fairest of all?" The mirror would answer, "You, my queen, are fairest of all," and the mirror would only speak the truth. The mirror could not lie. So it would speak the truth only. As Snow White was growing, she became even more and more beautiful.
Classic.
Okay, here we go. At 7 years old, she exceeded the queen's beauty. So,
At 7?
Who's pretty at 7 though?
First of all,
how awkward are we at 7?
I was gonna say, do fairy tale girls not go through an awkward stage? Because 7 to 17 was my awkward stage. That was 10 years.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like you always have a loose tooth and
and an
hair.
empty gap.
A gap.
Kids are cute. They can be cute at 7, but the beauty outweighs that of an adult.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
already
questionable.
No, it's not quite. It's just completely off.
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Oh.
It's just so
false.
wrong.
False.
Because in the whole story, Snow White stays 7.
What?
Wait
The whole
a
story.
second.
I'm out.
Wait a darn.
But the whole story, she's 7 years old.
You know, sometimes, like, through these stories, there's, like, a twist, and there you go, like, oh, that's the part, that's it, that's the part that's, like, not good, and, like,
Not
this
okay.
is right at the beginning.
That came way too early.
We just started
Way
off
too early.
being not okay.
That's brutal.
It's ridiculous.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Mm.
That story
Okay.
doesn't get better.
Okay,
Good.
let's continue.
So as Snow White was growing up, she became more and more beautiful. At 7 years old, she exceeded the queen's beauty. She's more beautiful.
Okay.
So that's when the queen would ask her mirror, who is the fairest of all, and the mirror would answer, "My queen, you're fair, it is true, but Snow White is 1,000 times fairer than you."
Damn, with an attitude.
1,000 times. Wow.
That mirror has an attitude. I'm sorry, but like 1,000 times?
Relax. The queen became super duper jealous of this little girl. Okay? She got envious, she got bitter, so much so that she had an insane hatred towards her and wouldn't get peace day and night. Like, she was consumed by her jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
She was taken by the fact that a 7-year-old is prettier than her. So she came up with a plan.
Oh, great. Those always go so well.
As we all know,
Is it a plan or is it a scheme?
it's a plan.
Oh.
A plan to get rid of the girl.
Oh my goodness.
to get rid of the child
The child.
who is prettier than her.
This mirror needs to get a grip. That's all I have to say.
I mean, if she asks her friends around her, like, who's prettier, or do you think she's prettier than me? They're like, she's 7. What am I saying?
Hey, I have a question. Like, do you think that girl is prettier than me? Which girl? I don't see a girl. I see a child. The child. Is she prettier?
You mean the second grader? The one who can't read or write her name properly?
Part of her plan is to summon a huntsman.
Mm-hmm.
And
and this guy's just as nuts.
Yeah.
obviously,
Oh.
she's like, take Snow White into the woods, kill her, and bring me her lungs and liver.
Not her heart.
Mm-mm. The story says her liver and her lungs.
So
So
lungs and liver.
The huntsman, being, you know, the weirdo that he is as well, he obeyed. So he took the kid into the forest to kill her. And as he was getting the knife to stab her, she starts crying and begging like a normal 7-year-old.
This is
Or like
horrific.
a normal.
This is like a horror movie right now.
It's
Like I'm horrified, but okay.
She starts crying and begging the huntsman to let her live. And she promised him, she's like, let me live, and khalas, like, I'll run into the woods and never come back. You'll never see my face again, but just let me live.
This poor child. I'm like traumatized right now. Okay.
Thank God the dude took pity on her because she's so beautiful. The story says that.
Sick.
yeah.
Sick. Mister is Mister.
Not because she's a child,
No.
because she's beautiful. Because if it was an ugly child, he would have killed her.
Oh my god. This is so bad.
This is
Sir, it's not okay.
And he told her to run. So he's starting to run. Anyways, he was thinking like, okay, go run. Anyways, the wild animals are going to kill her. That's what he's thinking.
Oh, he's like, yeah, she's dead anyway.
So might as well.
Right.
Just as he was heading back, a small boar, like one of those
Wild.
wild
pigs.
boars, yeah,
Yeah.
came running. And so the huntsman killed it and cut out its lungs and liver and took them back to the queen as proof.
Did the
Great.
queen eat them?
The cook of the castle cooked them with salt, and the lady ate them. Okay, brought
There's
them as proof.
probably-
Fine, keep them in a box. Don't fucking eat them.
Burn them in the fire. What do you mean keep them in a box? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, if she really, really
Keep them in a
wants to.
box.
Well, as like a killer, like kind of like psychopath mentality, you do things like that. You either keep something from what you've killed, and this is from murder documentaries. This is not from any type of like psychological thing that something you killed. It's really dark.
Well, she ate them. So she kept them really close to her heart.
Oh.
Gross.
The child, in the meantime, was in the forest. She was scared. She has no idea what to do. She has no idea where to go. She's just freaking the shit out. Like, she was going to get murdered. She didn't know how she got away from it. And now she's in a forest all by herself. So she just ran. She kept on running until the evening, where she saw a little house and she went inside to rest.
Yay, 7 dwarves.
A little glimpse of hope for the girl.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Inside the house, everything was small, clean, and neat. There were a table with 7 plates, and there were 7 beds. She was starving, so she ate a little bit of the vegetables and bread from each of the little plates, and she had a sip of wine from each of the mugs.
Okay, living large here.
Cheers.
At 7. At 7.
Does she know what wine is?
I don't know, but the Grimms sure know what wine is, and they're actually making her drink wine.
True.
So she tried all the beds so she could rest, and she only slept on the 7th bed because it was comfortable enough. She dozed off, and she's resting. When the night arrived, the owners of the house returned. They were 7 dwarfs who work in the mines to dig up like gold and some kind of iron or whatever. And as soon as they lit their home, they noticed that someone has been messing with their stuff. They started asking, like, who sat here, who ate from that plate, who ate my bread, who drank my wine, who slept in my bed. And the 7th dwarf saw Snow White full on taking over his bed. So they all rushed to see her and they were like, oh, good heavens, oh, good heavens.
They were shocked.
This child is so beautiful.
Again?
Okay.
I'm guessing it's a very important detail in the story. I mean,
honestly, they need
help. They need help.
Yeah. This is so concerning.
Not okay.
It's
a child. Okay, a child can be pretty. I'm not saying, but it's just.
It's not the first thing that you notice about it.
It's like priorities. It's a child who's alone in your bed. Like.
No, that's not good. We can't. That's no good.
No.
They let her sleep, and the 7th dwarf had to share his bed with all the others. So every hour of the night, he would wake up and sleep with a different dwarf.
I mean, is that necessary?
Yeah, that's a little dramatic.
Like,
I mean, that detail in that story, seriously. Like, just let him sleep.
Just sleep next to one person that night.
Put 2 beds together.
Like, it's fine.
It's okay.
You know?
I don't understand.
Is it worth waking yourself up 7 times?
Every hour of the night.
On the hour. Just like, oh, it's gotta go over here, gotta go over there. Like, fall back asleep.
It's a fucking nightmare.
That is a nightmare. It's absolutely a nightmare.
I bet he's the one who got called grumpy in Disney. Like, fuck.
Yeah, 100%. I'd be definitely grumpy if I had to wake up every freaking hour.
The dwarves didn't have...
Zero reason.
Zero reason. The next morning, Snow White woke up and she saw the dwarves. She obviously got scared, but they were super friendly. And they asked her name and how she found the way to their house. She told them all the story about her being prosecuted and she got lost and this whole disaster with her stepmom and that evil whatever woman. They offered her to stay at their house if
she would cook and clean.
If she would cook and clean and sew and make beds and wash and knit.
So they're doing child labor.
Basically.
Yeah.
They are
absolutely
only going to keep her if she accepts to do all that. She obviously agrees. She needs a place to stay. She's 7. She doesn't know fucking better.
Yeah.
But props at 7 knowing how to cook and clean.
And sew.
Like.
And knit.
And sew.
Yeah, she's not useless.
Exactly.
That's good. Or she's actually she's not a typical child.
So that was it. The dwarves would go to work all day and come back to a fresh home-cooked meal and clean the house.
Props at 7. I'm just saying. A home-cooked meal.
For 7 people, 8 people if you count her. That's a feast.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not comparing myself to her because she's only 7 years old. I don't compare myself to her. I'm not the evil stepmom.
Because we learned our lesson. We can't do that.
I can't judge someone for doing
great
it.
for self-esteem.
But skills.
During the day, Snow White would be by herself. So the dwarves would warn her and be like, listen, your stepmother is around and she might know the truth, okay? And she might try to find you, so don't open the door to anyone. Just say no. No is no.
No means no.
No means no. In the meantime, back in the castle, the queen had eaten the lungs and the livers, and thinking that Snow White was dead, she asks her mirror, who in this land is fairest of all?
Freaking mirror.
The mirror is a rat.
The mirror's a bitch.
Shut up, mirror.
Yeah.
It's like, what a
God.
snitch.
Yeah.
The mirror obviously answers, you, my queen, are fair, it is true, but Snow White,
Is 1,000 times.
beyond the mountains
no.
with the 7 dwarfs is still 1,000 times fairer than you.
He gave the location.
Fucking mirror, man.
Beyond the mountains with the
Snitch.
7 dwarfs.
What a snitch. You know what they say about snitches?
Snitches
Hey,
get
get
stitches.
stitches. It's time for that mirror to really just...
Freaking mirror.
Mirror snitch on poor little Snow White. So the queen was like, what?
Like, fine, say that she's prettier, but location, really? Like, she didn't even ask.
Location and with whom? Like, who is she staying with? The queen is like, fuck this shit. New plan.
Cat.
Dang. There's always a plan. There's always a new plan.
Let's change course here.
Okay.
She disguised herself.
Not just like let it be. She's not relevant. She's not even here. No.
No.
Like, what are the limitations of this? Who is the fairest of them all? Is that what she
No,
asked?
who's the fairest of the land?
Of the land.
Well, like, make her go out of the land.
Exactly.
No one
Easy.
needs to die. Also, where's the father?
Again, great question, Marcy. Great question. Where's the father?
I like
Where
how
is
this-
Didn't
he?
ask, oh, where's Snow White today?
It's like,
no?
yeah, he comes home. Oh, where's my daughter? Oh, well, you know, I ate her lungs and her
What do you want for
She's
dinner
no
tonight,
longer with
honey?
us.
What do you want for dinner? Oh, lungs. I have lungs and liver.
This is really salty. Don't worry about it. Just eat it.
Oh my god.
Don't ask questions. What, you don't like my cooking now? I like how the question of the dad comes up always, and while I prepare those stories, I don't ask anymore.
Yeah.
You know what? He's irrelevant as soon as we started this story.
I know.
Like, as per usual.
The
It's
only thing
way
we know
too
is like he
normalized.
remarries. He introduces the evil into the family and then he leaves.
And then disappears into the background.
He does
Like with Cinderella.
Every time.
every time. So, new plan.
Okay.
She disguises herself as an old saleswoman and she went to Snow White's door.
Saleswoman? Like a saleswoman.
Like the equivalent of
like
old time.
Like she's like Jane from Sales. Hi. I'm selling these like okay. Jane from Sales. Okay. Great disguise. but
She's
okay.
not like a witch, like wearing a cloak, like in the movie. She's literally wearing a blazer,
With like a
an
pencil
iron
skirt.
shirt, pencil skirt, heels, clipboard, briefcase.
Like a merchant makes more sense than Jan from Sales. I'm just saying.
I thought she was Jane.
Jane.
Jan.
She goes knocking on Snow White's door and called out, you know, and she started like, oh, I have beautiful stuff for sale. Snow White peeks out from the window and asks the old lady, what are you selling? The lady tells her, oh, I sell like those beautiful bodices in all colors. Would you like one? It's like those corsets.
Ooh.
Snow White,
She's 7.
she's 7.
Okay.
Snow White let the woman in.
Oh.
The only thing, she had one job. She had one job.
job.
Don't
She had a few.
That's true.
Seriously, she did have a
Let's be fair.
That's true. But like that instruction is pretty
her
key.
main thing was don't
Yeah.
open the door.
her main thing is to stay alive. So don't open the door, but she did. She let the woman in. And the lady's like, oh, dear child, like, let me lace you up properly. Which she did, obviously, because she's 7. She doesn't know fucking better. And she pulled so hard that Snow White couldn't breathe anymore. And the queen fled the scene of the crime, claiming, like, you used to be the most beautiful one, bitch, not anymore. And then she runs back to the castle. Not long after, the dwarves were coming back home. They saw Snow White laying on the ground, not moving. They freaked out. They cut the laces, and slowly Snow White regained consciousness.
Oh.
So they just understood it's because it was of the corset?
Yeah, because they saw it was something new. They didn't see it on her before. So, like, snip, snip, snip. And the dwarves reminded Snow White to not open the fucking door to fucking anyone if they're not around. Like, it's not that hard.
Door to fucking anyone. Fuck.
Remember your rule?
That one freaking rule. The queen back at her castle, she does a quick mirror check, and the mirror obviously snitches on Snow White, and he tells her, like, Snow White is still not dead. You're not the fairest of them all, or of the land, so find a way to do that again.
Snow White, who lives with the dwarves, who cut the freaking thing after you let, like, complete details
detail about her life.
probably.
Okay, new plan. That's what's
Again? Let it go.
Yeah.
Like, let it go.
When's the part where she's just like, oh, okay.
I should be bigger than this. No.
Yeah, no, there's no self-reflection.
No. New plan.
Her jealousy is just eating her up alive. I'm guessing the lesson of this story is jealousy and how it gets the best of people.
Oh, yeah.
So, new plan. This time I will destroy you, she says. This time around, she made a poisoned comb. And she disguised herself with a different...
Like comb?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she disguises herself as a different old lady. She goes back to the dwarf's house and she yells, stuff for sale, stuff for sale, beautiful stuff for sale. Snow White peeks from the window again and tells the lady to keep moving.
Oh, move along.
Move along, lady. I'm not allowed to let anyone in.
Hey.
The evil stepmom, she's like, oh, come on, let me in. Check out this stuff I have. And she shows her the comb, which Snow White really, really liked. So she opened the door.
Oh.
What a disappointment.
You would think she's like 7 or something. Like, what the hell? Like, why are you acting like a child?
How are you not getting this? Oh, you're 7?
Why is she not? Like, what is she, 7? I don't...
I'm this much old.
I'm this much.
So she opens, obviously. The disguised queen started combing Snow White's hair. The poison spread and Snow White fell down unconscious. Haha, you beautiful creature. Now you're done. Bow, bow, bow. And
Where's she getting all this magic stuff?
oh, she has evil magic in her.
Oh, of course.
Duh.
What a stupid
stepmother.
question.
She's a stepmother.
She's a stepmother.
I don't know if you got the memo.
I think the moment you become a stepmom, you get this magic, this evil magic just dumped on you.
Yeah, they get invited to Clubhouse and they swap evil plans with each other all night.
They get
Clubhouse tonight at 8.
Clubhouse
Let's
tonight
talk
at 8.
poison.
Evil stepmoms. How are you killing your stepdaughter?
The dwarfs go back home. They see Snow White. She's unconscious again. They see the comb. They removed it. She wakes up. She tells them...
They're like, this bitch. Again.
like, we can't come back home to this every single night.
Yeah,
this shit needs to be over with. Like, we signed you up for home-cooked meals. Not saving you for the day.
How did she wake up?
They removed the comb from her hair.
Oh, okay. Literally, that's all it took. To remove the comb from her hair? Didn't you figure it out that they're gonna come back? They snipped up her bustier or whatever corset. They're probably gonna remove the comb? Don't they know? Resume.
That's why.
Over it.
That's why. If you want to kill her, just do what you thought about doing in the beginning. Get a huntsman with you. Let him do it on the spot. Like, what's going on?
If you're not comfortable doing, bring him with you.
He seemed more than comfortable to do it in the beginning. Back at the castle, the queen asks her mirror, who is the fairest of the land, to which the mirror answers, Snow White is still in the lead. The queen shook her hand in anger and yelled, that bitch needs to die.
You think?
I mean, if that's your plan.
I mean, if that was your plan from the beginning, you're doing a really terrible job executing that plan.
Yeah, let's get it together here.
Let's.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she says that, and she's like, even if it costs me my life. She went into the most secret room in the castle. A room that even her husband is not allowed to go in.
Well, it's fine.
Where is he at this point?
Around.
I mean, good thing you brought up the king. Is he available for a quick chat?
Commentary? Hello.
She goes in and makes a poison apple. The poison apple makes an appearance here. It was a beautiful apple. She then disguised herself again and crossed the forest and mountain to get to the dwarf's house. So that's like a lot of commitment, okay? She goes back and forth, back and forth. That's like a long way.
Yeah.
She knocks on the door. Snow White sticks her head from the window and tells her to go away. I'm not allowed to open the door to anyone. The queen answers that it's fine. Don't worry, don't open. You don't need to open the door. Okay? I'm just trying to get rid of my apples here. Would you like one? Snow White says no. Good, Snow White. She's learning. Snow White says no. The queen is like, what? You're afraid of poison? Ha ha ha.
That's your first red flag, by the way.
Like, why are you talking about what? No, it's just I don't want to open poison. Why would you bring that up? Whoa.
Yeah.
First red flag.
She's like, if you're afraid of poison, haha, do not worry, because here, I'll cut the apple and I'll eat half and you'll eat half. What do you think?
She's crazy.
Because the queen crafted the apple in a way that half of it doesn't have any poison in it and the other half has poison in it. And Snow White, I don't know if she's not well treated at the dwarf's house or anything, but she longed, and they say she longed for the beautiful apple and couldn't resist. It's a fucking apple.
I longed for an apple once.
Did you?
Never.
I remember my first apple.
My first longing of an apple. So she couldn't resist. She grabs half of the apple and she eats it. She falls to the ground, dead. The queen laughs, goes back home, asks her mirror, what's the deal? Am I the fairest now? If you tell me no, bitch, I'ma slam you through the door. He says, don't worry, queen, you are. Yes, you're the fairest of the land. She rejoices. The queen, mission accomplishment. The dwarfs come back home and found Snow White on the ground, completely dead. They try to find what's the poison of the day. So they should start trying to find where she's poisoned, a comb, a bodice, whatever, or any object that might be poisonous on her body. But they couldn't find anything. They even bathed her in water and wine.
The drama.
Maybe because it's like the alcohol disinfects.
What?
It's the alcohol. It's the ethanol of the wine.
They were trying to do like a resurrection.
And they were trying to do like this new bath bomb where you just had wine and just like let it fizzle.
They got it from Jan, the saleswoman.
So nothing works. She stays dead. They place her on like a board and they cry and they mourn her for 3 days. They wanted to bury her, but she still looked fresh, like a living person, with
That's gross.
bright red cheeks.
Okay. That's normal to say.
So she was alive.
Did they see if she was breathing?
She wasn't breathing. That's what they say. They said she wasn't breathing. She wasn't breathing. She wasn't breathing.
She wasn't breathing, but she was rosy cheeks.
She had rosy
She was
cheeks.
fresh.
It's that bath bomb. It's like, no shit. That was like wine and water.
Yeah.
That's some
They get
invigorating
you flushed,
shit.
you know?
Yeah,
they flush you out.
Flush you out.
Exactly.
So they place her, they cry, they mourn her, they don't want to bury her. They said, we can't bury her in the Black Earth.
Excuse me?
What?
All right.
Come again. Okay, sure.
And for
That's also very normal to say.
And for I don't know which creepy reason, they had her put in a transparent glass coffin.
Weird.
Of course. Just
It's
to admire her
weird.
beauty. Her 7-year-old beauty.
What are you trying to do, dwarfs?
Yeah.
What are you
It's
trying
like
to
you're
do?
displaying her. Like it's
It is a
Exactly.
display. It is a
It's
display.
like a display.
It's a cabinet. It's like a display
It's
cabinet.
like
Yeah,
a
it's
china cabinet we
gross.
have in the
it's
living room.
gross. She's like a doll.
Sick.
That's creepy.
Sick.
Why? Like, what is the thought process here?
They brought the coffin to a mountain or to the the foot of a mountain. I don't know. And
To the foot of a mountain?
to the foot of a
Yeah.
mountain, some place, some creepy fairy tale place. And each dwarf after another would take turns to stay with her.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where Disney got its inspiration of all those animals, because even animals would come and mourn her.
Again, zero reason. Was she friends with these
I
animals?
don't know. She
Because
was in the
so
house. I mean,
beautiful.
she was so beautiful. I mean, she was.
Even the animals cared.
Snow White stayed in the coffin for a very, very long time, but she didn't decay.
Did she age?
She's
No.
not dead.
Did she grow out of her 7 years?
No, I
Of
think we're
age.
thinking of the same. Like we're still in the same brackets of age. Like we're not going years here. We're going for a few
Okay,
months.
It's like a few months.
A few months, and she didn't decay because she looked as if she was sleeping.
Right.
At some point in time, a prince was in the woods. He finds the dwarf's house, where he also spends the night. I don't know if those dwarfs have like a sign on their door that says, "Come in, please, rest, whoever you
Yeah.
are. Just walk in." I'm getting drunk by one simple can, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so
That's what
lightweight at
happens.
these days. Okay. So he stays at the dwarf's house, he sleeps the night, then he wakes up, he goes walking and he saw a coffin with Snow White in it. He asks the dwarf, like,
Oh my god, what does he ask the dwarf?
how much would they sell the coffin for?
What? With the girl included?
The girl included.
Oh my.
So,
He wants to buy
The merchant.
the child's. This reminds me of Friends. He wants to buy your baby. So that's what they were. He wants to buy their child, basically.
he's like, so that's a really nice coffin you have over there.
Girl included.
The girls included. Comes.
No,
Is
with
she sold
the
separately
child?
or?
Oh my god,
okay.
that's so weird.
I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll make you an offer.
I'm just
All-
browsing.
all
I'm
in.
just, I'm just browsing
All
for kids
in.
in coffins.
All in.
Yeah,
Okay, so he wants to buy their baby.
essentially.
Essentially.
They answered that they wouldn't sell it for the gold of the world. For all the gold of the world.
Okay, relax, Dor. She's dead.
Yeah,
I mean, make some money out of it. Might as well.
Make some gold.
yeah, that's it.
So the prince is like, okay, then just give it to me.
What?
He falls instantly in love with a dead person, and he's like,
With a dead child.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. So he claims that he loves her and that now he can't live without being able to see Snow White.
That's effed up on so many different levels.
How old is the prince?
We don't know. But I'm guessing
He's an adult?
He's
I'm-
not 7.
I'm guessing he's not 7.
Damn.
Why you gotta be like that,
So
Grimm's brothers? Why? Why you gotta be like that?
And like he was willing to pay for the coffin and the child.
Oh, this is no good.
But then he's like, okay, just give her to me. Because you know what? If you don't want to sell it,
So bad.
just give her to me. Because I
Oh my
love
God.
her. I can't live without her.
Oh my god.
Not for all the gold in the world. So she's free.
The prince, he's like, I will honor her. I will respect her. as my most cherished one. I must have her. I long for her. Or as Bridgerton would say it, I burn for you.
Oh.
Yeah. But see, when he said that, that made my heart flutter. This makes my heart drop.
This is not okay.
And, like, just... Ugh.
So they're like, sure.
The dwarves felt bad.
Okay.
So they gave him the coffin with the girl inside. And
What pushovers.
yeah. I think they were over it. Like, we've mourned her, we've stayed next to her, we feel bad if we bury her, let it be someone else's problem. You sir, you what? Okay.
But he just offered them gold.
But they felt bad taking money. They're like, it feels like a transaction. Let's just like,
Okay.
let's just,
Just take it.
This
Just
is
take
gonna
it.
make
You're
me feel
robbing me
dirty.
blind. Take it and go.
nobody's gonna ask questions. So they gave him the coffin. His servants, the prince's servants, I don't know where they were, where the prince spent the night at the dwarf's house. But anyways, they showed up out of nowhere. And they carried the coffin on their shoulders. While moving, one of the servants tripped on a tree stump. So he tripped.
I know where this is going, I think.
The coffin just moves like abruptly.
No.
It popped out of her.
And it seems
No.
like Snow White was
Mouth.
shook. Which dislodged the piece of poison apple from her throat.
No. No.
I can't.
No.
I can't.
This isn't the story.
I can't.
This is it.
Mhm.
The man tripping gave her the Heimlich maneuver. I'm
Oh god.
I'm at a loss.
Okay.
So you have the Heimlich and you have the
Sure.
coffin shaking methods. So the piece of poison apple is dislodged from her throat. Right after Snow White opens her eyes, she lifts the lid from her coffin and she was alive again. She emerges victorious from death. She was like, where the hell am I?
Yeah.
The prince answers. Here we go. Here's the fun part. Are you ready, girls?
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm ready. What is it?
Romance. Wait for the romance. The prince answers, you are with me.
Slow clap. Slow clap.
So
I love you. Come,
Okay.
marry me.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful words.
Snow White allegedly loves him too.
speechless.
She is like, oh my god, me too.
Yeah. She's like, wait,
Oh
you
my
love me?
God.
She's like
Me too,
looking
like you.
around. Oh, you're talking to me.
Is this happening?
This is it. This is it.
She looks back. She sees the dwarf. She looks there. She sees the castle of her evil stepmother. She looks at him. She's like, all right.
Okay.
She's like,
Me
this
too,
is
me
my
too, I love
only
you so much.
option.
I guess. She goes with him.
Real Sophie's choice here.
So hard.
Maybe she misunderstood the word, you know?
I mean,
She's like, I love you. She's like, I love you.
Well,
'Cause
she's
she's
also
savage.
like daddy issues.
Oh
So
my
it's like
God.
a man being like an older man being
Uh-huh.
like, I love you, you're mine. I feel like I'm being very negative, but I'm upset.
no, it's upsetting.
I mean, what are you going to
I'm
be
mad.
positive? Where's
it's
the...
upsetting. It's
What, are you
what we
gonna
think
be
is an
positive?
adult prince
Where are you...
kidnapping a child
Forced
that was dead.
Honestly, the only good thing about this is that he didn't buy her. He stole her, but
He tried to buy her, Marcy. Thank God the dwarves had a
tried.
little bit of like...
He tried to buy a dead child.
Oh.
They had a little conscience. They're like, no, khalas, take her. Like, I mean, we could use the money, but it just feels wrong. It doesn't feel wrong, Droopy.
It just,
Just take her.
it feels, it's icky.
It's icky.
You know? It's icky.
Just take her.
Just take her.
We're good. You'll respect her? Okay, sure.
Oh, no.
Make sure.
She's a nightmare. She opens the door to anyone, but okay, respect her, I guess.
Yes, seriously, she doesn't seem to understand not opening the door, but sure.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I feel icky.
So
I
icky.
feel icky.
This is so bad. I feel like this story has been the worst.
This is
Yeah.
the worst one.
Yeah,
This is
because
absolutely
far.
because it does involve a 7-year-old, and honestly, that's where there's a line that needs to be drawn. somewhere.
Cannibalism,
Yeah.
murder,
Age issues,
yeah, children.
not okay. Not okay.
Oh.
So let's get to the last part of the story.
Mm.
Okay.
So she's like, yeah, me too, I love you. Let's go.
Me too. I love you.
Me too. Yeah, me too, I love you.
Sounds
Same
legit.
as you.
She goes with him. They get married.
Cash.
7.
They get married.
So his child bride.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So bad.
We're moving
'Kay.
past it apparently
Yeah,
because
'kay, we're just gonna pretend
we're
she's
just gonna push past this
18.
one.
Oh goodness gracious!
Yeah.
The Wicked Queen is invited to that wedding
Oh,
for
but
whatever
why?
for whatever reason.
Okay. And she knows it's too soon. She doesn't know.
She knows, but now she's in the like Snow White is in the protection of the prince.
But they invite her
Again,
After-
drama.
Yeah, they invite her.
after
Yeah,
after
after all that
she-
shit, yeah.
After Snow White probably told him,
Yeah.
like, she tried to kill me, eat my
Yeah.
lungs, blah blah
She's
blah.
like, don't worry about it.
She poisoned me 3 times.
She's like, you're being
3
emotional,
times.
Snow White.
It's like, yeah, but she's
Wow.
your stepmom. Like, she's family. We'll just seat her next to the kitchen. It's fine.
I think it was
You
part
don't
of a
even know
plan. To
she's
be
there.
completely fair, I think it was part of a certain plan that they were cooking up because Here we go.
Scheme.
Scheme o'clock, we're back.
Scheme o'clock.
Alright, here's what goes on. So the evil queen didn't want to go to the wedding. She's like, oh, fuck this shit. She's still beautiful. Mirror, who's the fairest of the land? He's like, Snow White. She's like, oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna go.
She's like, Snow White at the dwarves is? And they're like, no, Snow White at the prince, bitch.
She's
And she's like,
upgraded.
what? Yeah. What the hell?
Upgrade. She goes to the wedding and she just she doesn't have inner peace, that woman. So she wants closure. She wants some kind of closure. So she goes to the wedding. When she saw Snow White, she was so terrorized. She was so jealous because she's living probably the life that she wants. She's more beautiful, whatever. She looks even more gorgeous as a bride. Okay. She was so terrorized that she couldn't move. Then they got her a pair of iron shoes which were burned with coal, like they were burning in coal. And she was forced to wear them and dance in them until she falls down dead.
Okay. However, this was like the prince that did that.
That was both of them.
Oh, her too. She's in on the scheme.
Snow White?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. A little darkness in Snow White here.
I mean,
Okay.
it's quite the traumatic childhood experience, I might
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, she's been
I
through
mean,
some shit.
there's gonna be so many issues with her in the future. I'm just saying this is just the beginning. This is the tip of the iceberg. It's gonna get worse and worse. I'm just saying
Watch out.
it's downhill from here.
Watch out.
Yeah.
It starts with killing your stepmother with shoes made of
Iron
coal.
shoes.
Iron
Iron
shoes
burnt in coal.
Yeah.
And then it's just downhill from there.
Like, what were they
Well-
thinking? Oh, let's make her dance until she drops. Let's add to it. What about like really heavy shoes? Really heavy shoes that burn. Yes.
But also, how long does it take to die
All night.
in this scenario?
With iron shoes and coal, not long. I'm guessing.
Not long?
I don't think so. It's burning. Your feet are burning.
Yeah, but do you die?
Well, yeah, because it probably burns through your skin and then blood loss.
I mean,
Or
if she was
iron.
dancing-
Like
you
they-
can also die from the pain.
But like they want this at their wedding. Like this is their entertainment for the night.
I think budget cuts.
Yeah.
I
Down
but
there.
it's really rough out there for entertainment.
Weddings are expensive, guys.
you know.
So
weddings are expensive, and they just like 2-for-1 kind of thing, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get a deal, or he already got a deal on her, so.
Oh my god.
The, oh my god, on Snow White! I thought about the. Oh my god.
He saved some money there so he can splurge on some new iron shoes, you
I
know?
saved money on the bride. So,
On the bride.
you
So
know.
Why
we
would.
can-
What would. Why?
This whole story is one big question mark.
It's a very
Of
big
just-
question mark.
Trauma, extreme trauma,
What the
and
fuck?
like
At every corner.
just
This is the-
crazy psychotic behavior.
This is the tamed version of the original.
Yeah.
I don't even ever want to know.
But it's still chilling, and it's still very. It crossed so many lines that any decent human being should have known that this is wrong.
You know what? Back then, in the
19th century.
1812?
1812, yeah.
Yeah. In 1812, I mean, maybe it wasn't uncommon for all these things to happen. And it's just like normal to be so jealous and to kill someone out of jealousy. I don't know. And then like very young girls were sent to marry.
So what were they trying to teach here? Like,
Good
let's say
question.
you were like
Growing
reading
up-
this story going to bed.
Growing up, I thought Snow White was just about a lesson to not open the door to strangers.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. That was my take on it. Like, growing up, that was the only thing that made sense.
wow.
So for me, it was if you're beautiful, all is forgiven. I guess no one, you know what I mean. There will be jealousy, but like then a prince is gonna like save you. You know,
Right.
like thinking back, like what did it teach me? Like you're watching Snow White.
I like how it wasn't wrong for us to think like a boy would come and like save you.
Yeah, it was like Disney did that.
Yeah, they made it so that it was like the true love's kiss woke her up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
But if you're
beauty is
evil,
like
yeah.
prioritized.
Yeah,
Oof.
beauty and good, like pureness and
Yeah.
goodness. Like if you're a good person,
Yeah. This one was rough.
That one was rough.
yeah.
I'm sorry
Yeah,
to end it on that.
I'm
Like, even the
yeah,
ending
I'm-
is not satisfying.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, okay, I guess they live together.
I guess she had
It's
no
because
choice.
she's 7.
Yeah.
It's
Because
because
she's
she's
7.
7.
It set the tone for the full story, and it bothers me. Like, it bothers me. No matter what was to happen in that story, unless she goes
No.
back into the safe house with her dad,
Embrace
taking
of
care
her father.
embrace of her
Yeah.
father, and being taken care of by her biological, safe, and good parent, or even adopted for a
Yeah.
cute little family.
Until she's an adult.
Yeah,
Until she's
not
an adult,
marriage.
I don't think there would have been.
Marriage is-
Yeah, that no ending is a good ending.
So this wraps up this week's episode. Thank you for tuning in and for listening through. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave us a comment or a rating. We really appreciate it. And we'll catch you next week.